Dear organization team, dear participants, first of all, I'm very happy to be here with all of you and to take part to these great events. I'm very grateful to Dr. Bridget Goodwin, the president of the Australian Apitherapy Association, for giving me the opportunity to be here with all of you. My name is Narmine and I'm professor at the University Salah Boubnider Constantine, Algeria. And my talk today is entitled Potential Applications and Benefits of Propolis as a Multifunctional Constituent in Cosmetics. Apitherapy is one of the methods of natural care. It is based on the use of meat products such as honey, royal jelly, and propolis. Our research are related to Algerian propolis. Our main goal is the valorization of Algerian propolis. We want to help to better understand the pharmacological properties of our propolis, to help to also better understand their chemical composition and the potential botanical origin of our propolis. Propolis is one of the most well-documented hair products extensively used since ancient times. With its pharmacological properties, propolis can be a good alternative to synthetic drugs. In addition, propolis is regarded as a safe substance with no side effects. Nowadays, propolis can be used in many fields. For example, propolis can be used as an alternative medicine, both for its preventive and curative effects on many diseases, in particular those involving oxidative stress. Propolis can also be used as a biopreservative in food industry. Propolis can be used in perfumery, in cosmetic, and in many other fields. Several studies have been performed on Algerian propolis in the last 2 decades. However, it is still unknown and its use is very limited. To the lack of time, we will see together only the potential application of our propolis in cosmetics. In the last recent years, consumer interest and demand for natural and healthy products have increased, leading to the development of healthy foods and beverages, products for medical devices, over-the-counter preparation, and phytocosmetics. Phytocosmetics are an important aspect of traditional medicine in Algeria, with an annual growth of more than 10%. Recently, researchers are interested in natural products not only for their individual bioactive compounds, but also for the use of their different food extracts. Propolis has been reported to be rich in bioactive compounds and to possess various biological properties such as antioxidant, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, wound healing, anti-aging, and photoprotective properties. However, few works were focused on its potential use as a multifunctional material in phytocosmetics. One of the most important propolis when we talk about the use and potential application and benefits of propolis in cosmetics is its antioxidant properties. The skin acts as a biological barrier protecting the body's organ against external environmental hazard. Because of its function, the skin is considered a target organ under constant oxidative stress and tissue damage. Propolis antioxidant activity have been largely investigated. This activity was involved in many mechanisms of action of propolis. The antioxidant activity of propolis has been observed in topical formulation to prevent and treat skin disease, as well as aging. Healthy skin depends upon the balanced presence of free oxygen radicals, of which high levels can cause cell death and aging. The potential mechanism of the bioactive compounds of propolis, which are thought to be phenolic compounds, in particular phenolic acid and flavonoid, might be reported and summarized in this figure. So the bioactive compounds can act by causing the inhibition of the enzymes involved in the formation of reactive oxygen spaces. They also can act by chelating fast elements, which are potential enhancers of the generation of free radicals, or act by their ability to be or to stabilize free radicals involved in oxidative processes by forming complex with them. And here you can see our publication in these regards. Another interesting activity when we talk about the use of propolis in cosmetics is its antimicrobial activity. And several studies have shown the antimicrobial activity of virtually all types of propolis. Propolis is generally considered to be more active against gram-positive bacteria than gram-negative ones. The exact reason for this is not completely elucidated. It is possible that propolis may interact with lipids in the plasma membrane or increase the membrane permeability. Propolis can also inhibit bacterial motility. To do so, it must reach the cell membrane, which is more easily done in the gram-positive microorganisms than in the gram-negative. Other proposed mode of action is the generation of ion imbalance in the microenvironment of the bacteria. Several possible mechanisms associated with the antibacterial activity have been proposed, and many research were dealing with this aspect. And some proposed mechanisms are the inhibition of nucleic acid synthesis, or the inhibition of energy metabolism, the inhibition of cell membrane protein. Propolis can also alter cytoplasmic membrane function or act using one of the proposed mechanisms you can see here. And here you can see our application in these regards. Propolis is one of the best known antibacterial and anti-inflammatory substances that humans have utilized from ancient times, along with honey. Experimental studies have recently demonstrated that propolis and honey can speed up and increase the percentage of wound healing compared to more traditional methods. With its antimicrobial properties, combined to its antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and reparative and regenerative activities, propolis can act on wound healing by causing shortening in the healing time, reducing the risk of infection, and by reducing also the excessive scarring. In addition, propolis possesses also an analgesic effect. Other interesting and important activity when we think about propolis and its application in cosmetic or in dermatocosmetics are anti-inflammatory, photoprotective, and skin agent prevention. We also investigated the skin agent prevention of our propolis. Skin agent results from complex phenomena determined both genetically and by environmental factors, the main one being sun exposure. The impact of skin agent has raised the need of a better understanding of its mechanism and a pressing demand to prevent them. The production of reactive oxygen species seems to be a determining factor in actinic agent. Errors activate different cell signaling pathways. They also cause an increase in the expression and secretion of matrix metalloproteinases. Dermatocosmetics have developed very few MMP inhibitors. The fight against aging is in reality more focused on the anti-radical effects of the studied compounds. So we were interested in the anti-aging effect of our propolis and its constituents as well as their mechanism of action on MMP3 activation, a key enzyme in the proteolytic cascade under normal condition of the enzyme, and after the stimulation of its overproduction using uvula. In this study, we first perform a bio-guided approach to be able to choose the most interesting propolis and to continue our investigation on these propolis. MMPs constitute one of the four families of the methicillin group, whose enzymes are zinc-dependent endopeptidase. They have many functions in our body. They participate in the degradation of the constituents of the extracellular matrix. They also cleave the molecules present on the cell surface and the pericellular protein. MMPs are involved in the regulation of several pathologic and physiologic processes, such as angiogenesis, inflammation, degenerative diseases, and tumor invasion. They also modulate the interaction between the cell and matrix, such as apoptosis, regulation of growth factors, and many other processes. MMPs are divided in different kinds and families, and we can talk about collagenase, gelatinase, MMPs, strobiluzine, and other MMPs. In our first part of the study, we performed a test on all the MMPs, and our propolis was active in both of them, but we choose to study the effect of our propolis on the strobiluzine, in particular MMP3, and we choose this enzyme because this enzyme is a key part in the cascade, proteolytic cascade, which lead to the degradation of collagen and also the loss of elasticity of the skin. Aging is a normal phenomenon involving genetic factors, hormonal changes, and metabolic changing causing oxidative stress. The skin becomes then thin, smooth, and lack elasticity, and the collagen fibers reorganize, and the abundance of the extracellular matrix components decrease. The number of fibroblasts decrease, and some of them, or the most part of those cells will show a senescent morphology, and this aging is mainly due to UV rays, and that's why it's called photoaging. Our results on the studied propolis indicated that our propolis prevents photo-induced skin aging by selectively inhibiting the activation of MMP3, a key enzyme of the proteolytic cascade. In addition, the tested propolis or the studied propolis also prevents the activation of pro-MMP1 and pro-MMP9. Therefore, the studied propolis constitutes an interesting approach in the development of new cosmetic preparation with an anti-aging effect. And here you can see our publication in these regards. In other study performed on the effect of propolis on skin aging prevention, the author reported that propolis treatment reduced UV-induced MMP1 expression and blocked collagen degradation in human skin tissues, suggesting that the anti-skin agent activity of propolis can be recapitulated in clinically relevant conditions. Propolis seem to don't have any noticeable effects against extracellular signal-regulated kinase pathways. On the contrary, propolis was found to significantly inhibit activity specifically against phosphorylation of phosphoinositidine-dependent protein kinase 1 and protein kinase B. In our last investigation, we use the same propolis, which was found to be the best one in our previous study. And this time, we were interested in the investigation of the potential application of this propolis as a multifunctional constituent in cosmetic. So we study the ethanolic extract, or choose to work on ethanolic extract using ethanol by 18% and in the ratio 1:10. These rules conditions are based on our previous investigation of Algerian propolis, and those conditions lead to the best extracts, which will be the richest one in bioactive compounds, and the best one regarding its effectiveness in many pharmacological properties that we study in our laboratory. So we determine the total phenolic and flavonoid content of our extract, then investigate the antioxidant and antibacterial activity, and finally, we also study the wound healing activity of a 30% ethanolic extract of our propolis and an ointment prepared using these extracts on the anterodorsal side of albinos rats. And our results indicated that Algerian propolis is very rich in phenolic and flavonoid contents and possesses an interesting antibacterial and antioxidant activities. Wounds treated with propolis appear to display a less degree of inflammation. Chemical analysis allowed the identification of more than 10 phenolics, among them 5 were considered as the main compounds of the study propolis. Those compounds can be used in our future investigation for the standardization of propolis extract and for their potential use in cosmetics or in any other application in our future investigation. In the light of the present findings, propolis can not only be used as a cosmetic ingredient, but also be used as a preventative and curative constituent, which might be used as a barrier when applied externally on infected and non-infected skin. Propolis and its bioactive compounds are very promising approach. With their well-known antioxidant properties, they have the potential for treatment and prevention of oxidative stress-mediated diseases, such as those developed on the skin as well as aging. And here you can see our publication in these regards. This is my city, Constantine, and Constantine is located in the northeast of Algeria. It's a very beautiful city, as we can see in the photos. For any contact, you can send me a mail using one of my emails. And finally, thank you for your attention.